Hello everyone, today we are going to do a uninstall and reinstall Visual Studio speedrun. Okay, so earlier today when I was at work, I was having a pretty severe issue with Visual Studio. So as you can see, I try to drag the window to arrange it, and the whole fucking thing just crashes, just completely unmerited. It's horrific. I think at this point I go ahead and open Task Manager. No, I try to close out of it normally. The entire application is just bricked. And yeah, I resort to Task Manager and just force quit it, right? So at this point, this problem has happened several times. So I go ahead and I do a quick Google search to try. No, I already did the Google search. This is where I just straight up try to download the installer again. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and uninstall Visual Studio. Just going through my programs. Just going to search the list to save myself some time. And I realized that I already have the Visual Studio installer on my computer, so I go ahead and go through it to uninstall Visual Studio Community 2019. Because that is my last resort to get it to fix. But I first have to update the Visual Studio installer. That's not going to take very long because I have a very fast internet, as you are going to see. I'm going to come back to that later. It's going to take a second to download and install the Visual Studio installer. Here's just a proof of my internet speed, just to give a kind of frame of reference. And as you can see, this is literal gigabit internet. I'm getting over 900 megabits per second here. And while Visual Studio Community 2019 gets uninstalled, I go ahead and give some feedback to Microsoft, right? Because I'm a nice guy like that. Yeah, so I did restart my computer previously. I do not uninstall Visual Studio very often. This is my first time doing it, so less than once a month. And here I explain the overview of my problem, and meanwhile we see that Visual Studio just uninstalled. Right now I'm just kind of writing up a little synopsis of my issues. When I realize that this is already finished installing, and I look at the details a bit before deciding on Visual Studio Community 2019, I go ahead and add the game development with Unity, since that's what I primarily use it for, and install. Continue explaining the problem. Holy fuck, this is going to be a boring video. I thought it would be funnier when I started recording it. Anyway, I explained that this is my last resort, but I'm extremely satisfied except for the crashing issue. Realized that I've been using this since I was like 15. Visual Studio is some pretty great software, except for how it kind of committed suicide for no particular reason. I'm about to put in no, you may not contact me through email, but then I decided to go ahead and let them do that just in case I want to give more feedback. So at this point I finished the survey and Visual Studio is restarting. Signing into my profile, and as you can see, in just about 2 minutes and 40 seconds, I went from uninstalling to reinstalling Visual Studio. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and give me money. Holy fuck, I'm such a grifter. Good night. I would just like to disclose that my build consists of a 4TB Samsung QVO SSD, an Intel i9-10900K, and a GeForce GTX 1070, and 32GB of DDR4 RAM. This isn't really relevant to this whole uninstalling thing. I just like to brag on my computer specs.